The government giving away fish during the pandemic. Literally, in a can. Economy and healthcare. What would you sacrifice? And lastly, educational system. Going to, can I just graduate already system? Let's talk all about this and more during this episode where Edri gets real. Yo, what's going on everybody? Edrian is my name, a freelance live streaming technician, a visually impaired, and a second-year computer science student. Those descriptions of mine are very important for the aspects that I would like to tackle during this pandemic. And these are economy, healthcare system, and our educational system. 2 years have passed since the community quarantine started. The Socioeconomic Planning Secretary Carl Kendrick Chua stated that we are on the track to recovery after this pandemic hit the world. I myself can see the improving flow of our GDP as its growth is at 5.6% in 2021 even after the UK variant, Delta variant, and even the typhoon that hit the Philippines. And yes, our government could still have done better in a lot of things such as in contact tracing, vaccinations, and our overall healthcare system. Vice President Leni Robredo even said that
throughout the pandemic po, we were trying to fill in one gap after another.
But there is one thing that I would like to emphasize, and that is the cash grants that our government was doing in response to this pandemic. Under the Bayanihan to Heal as One Act, the DBM allotted 199.97 billion pesos to DSWD for its social amelioration programs. Maybe they could live for 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months at their best. But this is the thought of giving fish instead of finding a way for the Filipino citizens to catch a fish on their own comes in. I'm not a know-it-all person, but one thing that I know for sure is that Manila Mayor Isko Moreno planned to build the bagong ospital ng Manila in the middle of 2019, way before the pandemic started. This hospital is set to be on par with Makati Medical Center and it is worth 2.3 billion pesos. Do the math. 199.97 billion divided by 2.3 equals 86. 86 similar hospitals can be built through the budget of the SWD with their social amelioration programs. But I am not saying build 86 hospitals, alright? What I am saying is that stimulate the economy while strengthening our healthcare system. And what I am highlighting is the proactive behavior of Manila Mayor Isko Moreno instead of the responsiveness of other government units. Another example is the building of COVID-19 Field Hospital near Luneta Park. They started the construction on April 20, 2021 and was done on June 11, same year through the help of 362 construction workers. Again, stimulating the economy while strengthening the healthcare system of Manila. Now, where does the educational system comes in? Similar to how I organized this video. On the third, just next to the healthcare and economy. Schools were the first one to be closed in March 10, 2020. And according to UNESCO, over 800 million students were immediately affected by this. And over 102 countries initiated a nationwide closing of schools in March 18, 2020. Modifications of activities were made, adjustments of deadlines, but in the end, everybody passed. Right after I was done studying in advance the database and incorporating it for my finals project and then submitting my articles, then everybody passed. But yeah, I guess I understand. The schools consider the financial status of the students and their mental health after being affected by this pandemic. But come school year 2020 and 2021, even in Lebanon, the internet connectivity issue is one of the main barriers for students in facing the transformation of the educational system. Sounds like here in the Philippines, that's why we have modular and online learning now. But as a student, I may not be as capable as this pandemic to change the educational system, but I know that this pandemic is not powerful enough to change who am I as a student. And that's gonna do it for me, guys. This is Edri, and those are just my thoughts. Feel free to share yours as I don't plan to stay naive for life. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye!